Hello, I'm Valerie McLennan. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be. I hope you're well. This is my spiritual channel, Valerie Mac, Scottish, spiritual, and very funny, allegedly. If you've been following me a while, thank you very much, and I hope you're telling other people and directing them to my YouTube channel. That will be appreciated. Thank you. And if you're a new listener, may I ask you to revert back and listen to my previous podcasts. Thank you. Now, this is Good Friday, and this podcast is going to be reasonably short because I'm busy. I'm doing things. So it'll be maybe 10-15 minutes, but the words I'm using in this 10-15 minutes, you should listen, get a pen. Got a pen. And I want you to write down keywords, some information regarding talks, etc. If this is something you're interested in, get a pen. Thank you. Now, I've only got one little joke, because, I hadn't actually planned coming on this afternoon. This is an afternoon. I'm in Scotland. How are you? Scotland, it is 3:45 p.m. in the afternoon, if you wish, if you want me to be precise. 3:45 p.m. It's raining outside. Oh no, the sun just appeared. Oh, it's raining again. That's the kind of day it's been. You say to someone, "No, it's sunny now." No, it's not raining. Oh, it's sunny again. I know, you could bore someone. Well, for goodness sake, it changes very, very, very frequently, doesn't it? Yes, changed again. Now, my little joke. I've only got one joke because I'm really on just to kind of plug my work and plug the talk, and and you will be aware. Listen, spiritual wisdom, spiritual development. And look at the weekend. We are on Easter weekend. How more appropriate could this be? Now, shall I begin? He's sitting comfortably. There's a Scottish bloke and he rings his boss. He does. It's not my fault. Scottish bloke and he rings his boss. And he said, "I'm sorry, boss. I won't be in to work today." Is that the way he speaks? He does in this joke. And the boss said, "Why not?" And the bloke said, "I have a week off." You know where this is going, don't you? You do. And the boss said, "You have a week off?" And the bloke said, "That's brilliant. I was only just going to take today off. Thanks, boss. Bye-bye." Do you get it? I've got a week off. You have a week off? I know. Just in case there's anyone out with Scotland listening. He meant it a week off. That type of thing. And he thought he was saying take a week off. Do you get it? There you are. See, when you have to explain a joke, it kind of loses something. But there you are. If you're Scottish, no doubt you caught that the first time. That was him. Now, if you've got a pen, www.speakout.uk and put Valerie McLennan in the search bar. If you're a new listener, it'll give you some biog, let you know who I am, etc., etc. Now, as you know, I've been talking about, moving forward in this world, personal development, spiritual development, whatever label you want to give this. It is regarding why on earth you're on earth, if you know what I mean. Why are you on earth? What's the purpose of it all? What's it all about? Why are you here? How to be the best version of yourself? Face the challenges that are coming along. Keep your mind under control. It's easy when you say it quickly. It takes a lot of work. Now, I will be offering talks moving forward. This is the work I'll be pushing, promoting, whatever word you want to use. If this is something that's of interest to you, if it's of interest to your business, if it's of interest to your boss or to those around you, if you feel that this is the time, now why would this not be the time would be my question. Is this the time that you wish to maybe look at the spiritual wisdom in your life, the path that you're on, whatever label you're giving yourself? Do you not want to leave Earth and be the best version of yourself? Are you going to go kicking and screaming, allowing fear, negativity, etc., to accompany you on your journey through life? What I'm doing is my intention is to give you a much more relaxed approach to review what you maybe thought in the past. It's possible you've not even considered why you're here or anything about, spiritual wisdom. Many people who were on this path years ago, that I know, I'm only speaking about people that I know or have come into contact with, they've kind of lost interest in it because for many, many reasons, they've kind of fallen away from. And as I said, I don't focus on one particular religion. But many people, because of the work I do, I tend to kind of ask, is this something that is of interest to you? And I find that there's a kind of a thread going through. Some were maybe more involved when they were younger, and for many different reasons, they've run kind of cold on it. They are no longer, it's not really part of their life now. Others had never ever looked at this path at all, but they have, and they come on, and they've kind of grown that way. Other people they're not interested at all. I'm here to kind of look through fresh eyes, a different approach. If you've been following me a while, you probably got the idea. It's all the same topics, but I believe in a much more natural style. Some people have said to me over the years they find it very judgmental, this path. Anything to do with spirituality or looking at their faith or their background or the creator, they feel there's a kind of a judgment. It depends who you're listening to. And over the years, obviously, there's different people that I listen to. I warm to some people I listen to and I don't believe everything. You don't need to lose your mind over it. You just think, well, and you maybe go for something that you feel is more in agreement with your beliefs pattern or whatever it is. Now, moving forward, what I will be doing is I'll be looking at it as if it's for beginners. So if you've been on this path for years, it doesn't really matter. I've been on this path for years. It does absolutely no harm in reverting right back and looking at it through new eyes. Because if you look at it as a beginner, even if you're feeling you're very advanced, there's many different ways of looking at it and just seeing things, just as I said, through different eyes, a different understanding. Sometimes people are very set in their ways and they believe they've understood everything. And then when you start speaking to them or explaining it in a much more natural style, they have said to me, I didn't think of it like that, funnily enough. So this is all I'm planning to do. I'll be offering this, and if it's something you're interested in, you would obviously have to let me know. That helps, And if you're in a business or wherever you are, if you're having a speaking event, if this is something and you're serious, this is a word. If you're seriously looking at spiritual development and spiritual wisdom in your life, for yourselves, for your colleagues, for your bosses, for yourself, just in the world, in a group, wherever you are, and you're looking for something different, because I realise the way I deliver this, it's very different. And the positive is that people have warmed to it. People do like the kind of natural style. It doesn't matter what way you deliver this. I keep stressing, I'm not a formal speaker. If you're looking for someone to stand there with with a chart behind me and giving you all the scientific aspects, I don't think it's supposed to be that complicated. I think people tend to over-egg their pudding in the delivery. I do, because sometimes over the years I've listened to people and I come out and I thought, I don't really understand any of what was just said. You don't have to overcomplicate this. I believe the fact that we're on earth and the fact that we're here and the spiritual aspect of our being, the fact that you've got a gut feeling that's directing you, the gut feeling is telling you if you're going right or if you're going off. Right back to the beginning, I will be covering the topic. My personal belief is that we have the freedom of choice. You've also got gifts within yourself. You've got to listen to your gut instincts. If you're going to ignore all of that, what can we do? What can we do? You have been given a gut instinct for a reason. And many people go their own way through stubbornness, pride, whatever it is, and then they'll say later, oh, I should listen to my gut instinct. It was telling me. Oh my God, my gut was screaming. That kind of thing. You've got to slow down. This is the whole part. If you're looking at this seriously, I would actually prefer that you didn't just come along just solely for the entertainment part, for the jokes, etc. If it's something, and look at the world that we're living in at this time, you really are going to need tools moving forward to keep your mind, your body and your spirit going in the direction that we're supposed to be going in. Because it could, as even where we are today, if your mind is running away, and you have no control over your mind, you're living in fear, you're dreading it, and your words are all negative. If you're listening to people speaking, sometimes because I'm doing this, I'm kind of tuned into people's words. People do speak a lot of negative words. They're not realising it. They're thinking it's just banter or in their mind. You've got to be more aware, would be my suggestion. You've got to be more aware of the thoughts that you're allowing in your head, in your mind. You've also got to be very aware of the words you're speaking and all of the above. Now, as I said, I will be offering talks and kind of trying to move. Obviously, the momentum is necessary at this time because of the world that we're living in. And many people do say, they are full of fear more than they were before. They're living in a kind of a dread. They feel they're living on the edge. They're kind of looking over their shoulder. Now, as I keep saying, everything you see doesn't necessarily have to be real. Yes, there's a lot of facts in what's going on in the world, but sometimes, as I keep saying, fear sells. This is where the challenge for you comes in. Are you going to believe all of the fear? Or are you going to have enough strength within your mind to bypass the fear and keep staying on this path? It's not an easy thing to do, but the rewards are much more on your mind, your body, your spirit. Now, I will be offering, so this is why www.speakout.uk. I'm based in central Scotland. You're not Scottish, I am. Initially, I'll be looking at central Scotland, obviously further afield, if it becomes popular further afield. So, we're in a small world now. But I'm looking initially at central Scotland over the next few months. If you have a business, if you have anywhere with a group of people, if it's something that you're looking at seriously and you have people that you feel that this could be of interest to them, get in touch. No doubt you're seeing this on Facebook. I think that's about the only place I've been putting this so far. Even just send me a private message on Facebook, whatever it is, or just leave a comment on YouTube. Oh, preferably not. Send a comment through Facebook, and you'll find me on there because it's all the same. It's the same picture, etc., that I have on YouTube. So I'm easy to find. I am online. So if you contact me on there, if it's something that's of interest to you, I will be looking at this moving forward. If you're wanting, in a very short way, to say this, if you're looking for a very new idea, looking at the spiritual path, looking at the way, your belief system, how to get the best version of yourself, how to keep moving forward, how not to let negativity keep you stuck for the rest of your life. Stop looking back. If God wanted you to look back, your eyes will be in the back of your head. They're on the front of your face for a reason. So if it's something you want to look at, get in touch and we'll take it from there. Or even I will take it from there. Why are you saying we? No idea. I will take it from there. Many, many people are interested in this path. Many people are looking for something. As I said, this actually, don't just look at it as spiritual development. This actually affects your inner belief, your belief system about yourself. If you leave your mind just to do its own thing, look at the power you're handing over to fear. It can steal your self-belief, your confidence and your health. Do you not think that's important? So if you don't believe that you have a power within yourself that you're leaving just to run amok, why is it that power has the ability to steal your confidence, your self-belief, and to make you feel very, very small in life? So what you've got to do is turn your belief system around and use the power as a strength instead of allowing it. But this is what, we are on planet Earth and we're supposed to be, it is personal growth and personal development. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. People can only tell you the tools or give you what they believe, same as I can. You have to turn it around and use it for yourself so that on the last day on earth, you look back and you see how far you've come along this path sooner than leaving on the last day on earth realising, you've gone in reverse. You're going full speed in reverse. I know, I said that years ago, but I know what I mean. You're going full speed in reverse. So if you're interested, spiritual development, spiritual wisdom, etc., looking at it through a very different way, with a very different speaker, as you can tell, with a relaxed style, a different kind of approach, trying to speak from my heart, not textbook. I'm not remotely textbook. What you're hearing is what you're getting. And if you can understand this, you would understand my talks. You will. So, as I said, get in touch via Facebook at the minute. I'll add emails, etc., moving forward. But for now, Facebook will suffice. Thank you very much, and I shall be back on, no doubt, in the next couple of days. Look after each other. Take care for now. Bye-bye.